And welcome to the School District of Osceola County's scheduled board meeting for Tuesday, July 15th, 2025. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, and please bear with us as we navigate our first board meeting in here. Hopefully we don't have too many hiccups along the way, and as we go throughout the next few meetings, we'll get better and better. Tonight, we will have invocation delivered by Father Blake Britton from St. Thomas Aquinas. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Dr. Gabriel Barrios, Assistant Superintendent of Student Services. Our national anthem will be played over the speakers and instrumental ensemble. Our mission statement will be read by Dr. Tammy Derry, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, and our interpretation services will be provided by Valerie Martinez, our Executive Director of Multicultural Curriculum, Instruction, and Compliance. If you will now stand for our invocation.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you in your tender compassion and mercy for allowing us to gather here as a community. We ask for your Spirit's blessing to descend upon these women and men whom you have chosen to lead us and to serve the students of Osceola County and also all those gathered here. May you give us your Spirit's gift of wisdom, and may you bless each and every one of them so that we can truly be a light that shines of peace, of truth, and of goodness. And we ask this all in the name of Christ Jesus, our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our mission statement, inspiring all learners to reach their highest potential as responsible, productive citizens.
Good evening, my name is Valerie Martinez and I'm here to provide interpretation services. Buenas noches, mi nombre es la señora Valerie Martínez y estoy aquí para proveer servicios de interpretación.
With that, we are now on to positive comments from the board members and the superintendent. Ms. Garcia, I'm going to start with you tonight.
First, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all our principals, staff, teachers for the wonderful grades that we have this year. So I think that was kind of like a highlight for us. And special thank to Gateway High School for having us and hosting tonight's meeting. And congratulations for the A that you have. And Dr. Mr. Long and Georgette and the staff, thank you so much for that. And I also want to take advantage, and I wrote it down this time because I don't want to pass it 2 minutes. I'm proud to announce that I have partnered with the Education Foundation Scholarship Program to launch the Betsaida Garcia First Responder Scholarship, and this year's recipient is Jessica Bliss. Jessica is pursuing a career in law enforcement, and I couldn't be more inspired by her commitment to serve and protect our community. So thank you, Jessica, and congratulations. Earlier this month, we held our meeting for the first, it will be the Public Safety Academy. We're in the discussions, but we met with the county manager, Don Fisher, Beth Knight, our Chief Collier, and Chief Grice, our superintendent and our staff to discuss the possibility to open our first academy here. And right now, we are and I would say we're looking for potential schools, like we will visit a few schools just to see how they're working the program, to see how we can implement that here. So stay tuned, because there will be more information about that. And this initiative, it's envision dual enrollment opportunities in 12th grade. So it will start from 9th grade to 12th. And I'm so excited because I've been in this field of first responders for the last, I would say, more than 15 years, working with the fire department and also the sheriff's office. And I think this will be so valuable to bring an academy like that to our county. The next step, as I say, will be visiting the schools and other districts to evaluate their structure and see what best practices we can bring to Osceola. So more updates to come.
Thank you. Mr. Cook?
Mr. Cook, District 3 is where you want to be. West side is the best side. Let me just go ahead and give a shout out to my district as far as school grades go. While I'm proud of all the work from elementary, middle, and high school, and I've taught K-12, and it's all been in the Point Siena area, District 3. I am proud of everybody, but it's worth mentioning that Point Siena High School was an A, Liberty was a B, and had the highest learning gains of any high school. Shout out to Dr. Evans, and I'm going to keep calling her Dr. Brown because that's what she needs to go ahead and get that done. That's right, I see you shaking your head, sis. I see, yes, girl. Want to give them a shout out. There's a stigma in Point Siena as far as our schools go, and having been a school counselor at Point Siena High School, to see the continued work that that leadership team has done out there and just really expanding on stuff that we were doing, and to be an A is phenomenal. Not only our high schools, but even our middle schools. Horizon was a B, and Discovery was 3 points away from being a B as well. So we're seeing market improvement there. And Reedy Creek got its first B in 7 years. And Deerwood had the highest learning gains from an elementary school in our district. And they were just a couple points away from also being a B. So I just wanted to highlight some of our schools out there that are doing great work. Also wanted to highlight the fact that I ran into our school counselors who were at the American School Counseling Association out in California getting some professional development done. They told me if I did not shout them out, that they would make sure that my tires would be slashed after today's board meeting. I shouted them out. I got it done. It's done. So I just wanted to give them a special shout out. And then lastly, there is one more that I want to give, and it's the Sunrise Elementary School. I want to do them a bit more justice here at our next board meeting, but I thought it was worth mentioning that they received the Everglades Champion School Silver Level for 2 years in a row. They are the only public school here in Osceola County that received that award. So just wanted to give them a shout out as well. And that is it for me, Chairwoman.
Great. Ms. Castillo?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do echo the excitement of our board with the incredible gains that we have done this year academically. I think every single school, every single student, every single parent and community member should be extremely proud of the work that we have done. I know we've already mentioned Gateway High School being an A by Board Member Betsaida, but as a Panther, I want to just echo it twice because I am so proud. We just had our 25th anniversary reunion here a couple weeks ago, and it was so interesting because we graduated in 2000, clearly, and everybody was just so excited about the way that the school looked and how amazing it was. And I kind of had a little secret because at that point, I think I kind of like had an inkling that we were gonna, do really well this year, and I didn't want to say anything, but when I did post it, the alumni were very proud. So thank you so much for all the work that you've done, all of the district, but since we are hosted today at Gateway High School, Gateway, amazing work, well done. I also want to just give a shout out everyone, of course, but also some of the schools in District 1, as well as some schools that maybe didn't get to an A but are well underway, and I want their gains to be mentioned in public because I think it's important to continue to elevate all of our students and all of the hard work from every teacher. I'll start with Celebration K-8, 25 years as an A school. That is something to behold. So well done, Celebration K-8. I also want to mention our Westside Warriors improved their grade by 2%. So they are a B, but improvement needs to be celebrated. So well done, Westside Warriors. I want to shout out Koa Elementary. They have grown a lot, specifically in math, which we know is very difficult, so very well done to all the koalas over at Koa Elementary. And I want to also shout out Denjon Middle School. They increased their points in algebra by 23 points. So if you know anyone in any of our schools, of course, Gateway or any of the schools mentioned, please give them a shout out because they are working really hard and they're going to get there. So very well done to everyone. That is all I have.
Ms. Bronson?
Yes. I had the honor of meeting with Alianza. That's a young leaders group that met elected officials, shared ideas, and they advocate for change. Alianza brings together Hispanic civic traditions, economic, social, and environmental justice. And they just had a youth summit 2025, and they had an incredible day of learning, connecting with people at the state capitol, and I'm just excited to see what they do next for next year. I also attended the ALCO summer graduation, as we all did, and the ALCO summer graduation is more than just a ceremony. It's a celebration. It truly is of perseverance, courage, and that they believe in themselves. And there are so many students there that they have to really balance work, family, and just outside challenges. And they did all of these things with grace, and they graduated. And it's just a proud moment for us all to share in. I also attended the Osceola Update 2025 with the Osceola Chamber. And I met with Leonard Spencer. I always get like a little bit of time with him. I just love to chat and catch up. And he is a member of the Florida House of Representatives representing District 45. And he just always takes time to truly listen to my concerns in education. And I did have a chance to talk to him about funding and the budget and concerns with that. But just like when he's at the state level, like what I would love for him to keep in mind about education, because our educators in Osceola County have achieved amazing success. We've earned the highest grade ever, and our teachers have more than proven their dedication and their abilities. And as teachers, we're struggling to support our families, and that we ask so much of them, and they are shaping our children's future, and they are facing personal challenges. And so I got to talk to him about affordable housing, just making bills that are able to be paid, and just covering basic health care as an issue in education. And turn that around. I also met with Mr. Hennessy, the head of VPK. I just met with him, and that was a delight because he's the director of early childhood education, and I have spent my life teaching elementary school, and I know that our VPK is one of the best VPKs. We're using data-driven instruction, and I see how it transforms lives. And it truly makes a connection through the community. And this VPK, we really, with that, we close the achievement gap before it even starts. And our students are then given a strong foundation to start elementary school, and that's so important. Also, our 100 wellness points are due by the end of July, which is like one of my topics. I just want to say, I have used the mammogram bus, the dermatology bus, and the vision bus, and every visit I have had there has been a great experience. The staff is friendly and professional. There's no surprises with the insurance, and I meet some amazing staff members while I'm on the bus. So I truly appreciate the care and the convenience that it provides, and I highly recommend if the bus comes to your school. And now I have a special guest, Miss Kendall Brown from Harmony FFA Middle School. I just want to say, not only is she absolutely lovely and just a young, beautiful teacher, she is committed to excellence and sets a standard not just in agriculture education, but in education as a whole. And through the FFA, These students not only learn about technical agri-science, but they develop critical life skills, responsibility, communication, project management, and environmental awareness. And I also went to her end of the year banquet, and just the parent turnout, the community support, she is doing amazing things. And so,
Awesome.
Ms. Brown.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Kendall Brown, and I am the agriculture teacher and FFA advisor at Harmony Middle School. I'd first like to thank Ms. Paula Bronson for her support of our program throughout this year. Just like she has mentioned, she attended some of our Osceola County Fair events and our end of the year banquet, and her support has not gone unnoticed. So thank you for inviting us here tonight to celebrate our accomplishments. This year, our FFA chapter accomplished something truly incredible. We were named a premier chapter, a distinction awarded to only a select few middle schools chapters in the entire state of Florida. This is also the very first year we've ever received this. In the FFA world, this is a big deal. It means that Harmony Middle isn't just doing good work, we're setting the standard. Our students are being recognized on a statewide level for their leadership, involvement, and impact. In addition to this honor, our students earned top 3 finishes in prepared public speaking, horse evaluation, and 3 different divisions of the ornamental horticulture demonstration event. To put it into perspective, these awards are the FFA equivalent of being state finalists in athletics. These students didn't just compete locally, they competed amongst the best in Florida and rose to the top through local, then regional, and finally state competitions. Because of these outstanding achievements, they were invited to attend the Florida FFA State Convention here in Orlando just a few weeks ago, where they received their awards on stage in front of over 5,000 FFA members and guests. It was a moment I'll never forget and one they earned through months of hard work and dedication. It has been the greatest privilege to walk alongside them this year as their advisor, and I could not be prouder of what they've accomplished. At this time, I would like to introduce and recognize each student who helped bring these state-level awards home to Harmony Middle. As I call your name and award, please come forward and form a line in front of the podium. Not everybody is here present today, so you're just going to meet a select few. The first one I would like to recognize is a first-place state champion in ornamental horticulture demonstration in artistic arrangement, Reese Miller and Malia Peters. They actually created a flower arrangement. It was tropical Hawaiian themed using a pineapple as a vase and presented and memorized a 5 to 7 minute presentation. The next one I have is a first place state champion in ornamental horticulture demonstration in landscaping, which is Rhett Mann and Jason Arrington. They took a twist on the horticulture demonstration and they designed the landscaping for a make-believe Harmony Middle School baseball stadium. The next one I have is second place state runner-up in ornamental horticulture demonstration consumer use, Micah Sarlo and Delaney Smoot. They created a lip balm using extracted flavors from pomegranate seeds and dried hibiscus. Okay, next we have second place state runner-up out of 68 teams in horse evaluation. This is a group of Callie McFadden, Lily Sloniker, Luke Campbell, Kenley Barkholtz, and Hope Griffin. Each of them identify and rank breeds of horses and different styles of horses. Next, we have third place in the state in prepared public speaking, Emily Chenoweth. She recited and presented a speech that she created along the citrus industry in the state of Florida. Next, we have Daniela Lira. She competed in the Spanish creed speaking. In FFA, we have a creed that we live and breathe by, and she presented it 100% in Spanish. And then our very last one, which goes for all of them is our Premier Chapter Award. All of these students you see here today, in addition to our other 60 active members, played a role in helping us earn this recognition. Let's give them a big round of applause for all their hard work and achievements, and thank you for your support. Wait. Hold them.
Yep. Flexibility right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Good job. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I have a lot of the same sentiment to share as my fellow board members, how just amazed I am by the work that's being done here in our district, by our teachers, our students, our families, everyone else that supports the mission that we have here. I also want to give a shout out, though, specifically to Zenith Accelerated Learning Academy. Not all schools are on the same grading scale, I was informed, and so Zenith was able to show that they received a higher percentage than ever before, with 61% of students earning a year's worth of growth in both math and reading for a total of 122 points. So that just goes to show the work that is being done at Zenith. It's a small school with a small staff, but they're doing some tremendous work there for some of our students that really have so much potential and have a bright future ahead of them. In addition to that, not only are our teachers doing some professional learning this summer, but our administrators are as well. So last week we hosted the Admin Institute, where all of our principals and APs and other district leadership were in attendance. And while I only got to see a small little bit of it while I was here for another meeting, what I saw was tremendous across social media, seeing all of the different things. There were people there shouting out their colleagues for the work that they were doing in providing that professional learning, because it was professional learning presented by their peers to them. So seeing them do that for each other and seeing them be so proud of each other in the lessons that they were providing and the professional development they were providing was just really humbling. And in addition, the work that the schools were putting out there for their A's, their B's, their gains, seeing everyone on social media share those accomplishments and be so proud of them was also very fun over this last week. So if you don't follow our schools on social media, follow them, because you'll see all the great things that are happening. With that, Dr. Shanoff.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I echo everything that the board members have shared relative to school success. We recognize also that school success doesn't come without the hard work that takes place from our school leaders, our district staff. Many of our district leadership are in the second row. We're used to seeing them somewhere on the dais. This allows them to nod off, I guess, in the middle of meetings now. I don't know. Anyway, but we also have food service workers. We have bus drivers. We have bus attendants. We have techs. We have amazing people doing amazing work all over the district in the name of looking inward towards student achievement. So the recognition that takes place that our schools get to enjoy, and the work is being put in, but none of that work actually takes place without all of the ancillary supports working at a high level as well. And I think that we can all agree, whether you're school-based or district-based or board-based, that all of our folks across every entity that we've got in our district have put in the work to get us where we are, and will continue to put in the work to get us where we can be. So I wanted to start with that because I feel like it was really important for us to, again, acknowledge the work that's taken place before I kind of shift a little bit, if it's okay, and talk about something that I believe to be very serious. I've had the opportunity to experience 3 different superintendent conferences since the last time the board convened, June 24th. Not all of these conferences were here in Florida. These conferences were I was out in Utah. I was at another conference in Washington, D.C. last week. And then I was here locally this past weekend, meeting with superintendents, and we're all in the same boat. And we're all sad right now. We're sad because this is the time of year when we should be highlighting the amazing work of our students and the teachers, the leaders, and the support that's been provided by families in the community. And instead, our students and those that work endless hours on behalf of those students are held in limbo because federal education funding is being held in impoundment by the U.S. Office of Management and Budget. To our community, our State Department of Education has made sure that we're in compliance with federal law. And the reason for these funds being held under review is because other states may not necessarily have the current level of compliance with previously issued executive orders that Florida does. Nevertheless, we are compliant in Florida, and no one can argue that. And that's not a political statement. It's fact. I signed a declaration for the Florida Department of Education dated April 8th, 2025, proclaiming our compliance with the same federal law, Title VI, that the OMB is now claiming under review for these federal funds. We have been compliant every step of the way, and everyone who has made sure that we have bent over backwards to bring us to this point have worked hard as well. And for what? So that our taxpayer dollars that have been lawfully appropriated by Congress can be withheld from our state with 1 day's notice. 1 day's notice. I can assure you, folks, there are no political accidents. This community is made up of Democrats, Republicans, independents, conservatives, liberals, and moderates. This is not political. Our state made sure that we were compliant. It's about the small window of opportunity our Osceola County students have to be successful. Time is not on our side. Every day this money is withheld is money that our traditional public schools and our charter schools miss out on critical instructional resources, supports, and training. I don't know about you, but I value teacher training just as I value airline pilot training, nuclear reactor inspector training, public safety training. I'm not speaking up for anyone but our students, our employees, and our families. We deserve our money. We are compliant. So I'm speaking directly to the Office of Management and Budget in Washington, D.C. Review us. Ask for my declaration that I signed on April 8th, 2025. Inspect our materials and our curriculum maps, and deliver our money to Florida and Osceola County without delay. That's all I have. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Just to add to that, something that we've discussed as a board, reach out to your federal legislators. So here in Osceola County, we have, I'm not feeling well, so I'm slipping on Rick Scott, Ashley Moody, and Darren Soto. So those are the ones that here in our community can be contacted. If you need their information, we can send it to you. We gathered it, we have it ready to send, so that it can help us as well as, we're reaching out, but if there's anyone else willing to reach out, that is important. With that, we are on to our administrative appointments and transfers.
Much happier news.
Yes.
So first, we'll start with the two administrators that were approved at the last meeting, but didn't have a chance to have their moment. So we want to give them their moment. The first is Ms. Monique Machado, our new Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Schools. She's going to deliver her acceptance speech.
Thank you. I'd first like to take this opportunity to thank the board, Dr. Shanoff, Dr. Clayton, and Dr. Allen for this extraordinary opportunity. Thank you for seeing my potential, for stretching it, and for modeling the kind of leader I aspire to be. 2 years ago, I embarked on a journey to change the trajectory for the 900-plus students and 100-plus team members that called Kissimmee Middle School home. In just under 2 years, our team dramatically improved student achievement and raised the school grade by 18 percentage points. For me, the challenge wasn't just about moving the data, although I am very competitive. It was about restoring belief and reigniting purpose for the promising community who in many ways I identified with. I am incredibly proud of the work we've done, and I'm deeply grateful to the extraordinary team of educators who made this possible. To my amazing leadership team, Mr. Melvin, Mr. Western, and Ms. Diaz, the success of Kissimmee Middle School belongs to all of us. I couldn't have done it without you, and I am grateful for each of you. To my former bosses, and unbeknownst to them at the time, my mentors, Dr. Henninger and Henry Santiago, I'm grateful for the opportunities to learn under your direction and for the trust you placed in me. This appointment is a reflection not only of my work, but also of the invaluable lessons I gained from your mentorship. Thank you. To my new elementary family, I am incredibly honored to join you in this important work. I'm eager to collaborate with each of you to strengthen outcomes for all students and build a culture of excellence rooted in high expectations, shared ownership, and unwavering belief in our students. Together, we will ensure that every student leaves elementary equipped with the academic foundation, confidence, and curiosity needed to thrive in the next phase of their journey. I look forward to setting bold goals with you and pursuing them with relentless purpose. And to my family, thank you. You are my inspiration. Thank you.
Our next speaker is somebody who also was approved at the last board meeting, Dr. Tammy Deary, the newly appointed Director of Curriculum and Instruction.
Good evening. I would like to say a very sincere thank you to the school board and our superintendent for the opportunity to serve in my newly appointed position as the Director of Curriculum and Instruction. This appointment is truly a dream come true for me, as my entire leadership journey in education has centered around the development, implementation, and supporting teachers through high-quality curriculum instruction. While there are many who have helped guide my career, I would like to take this opportunity to specifically thank a few leaders who have been an important part of my journey. I will also share one word that each of those people gave to me through their leadership as I say who they are. Some of them you won't know, but they mean the world to me, and I feel that they should be acknowledged. Sue Allen, her word is teach. She is the person who hired me for my very first teaching job in 1990. Donna Hodnett, her word is coach, for taking me under her wing in my early years. The third person is Janet Bauman, leader. She's the first one who saw it in me. Dr. Jeff Akins, listen. He shared through his actions that everyone deserves to be heard. Dr. Scott Fritz, encouragement. He was one of my biggest cheerleaders from the time he saw me teach in a classroom. Dr. Renee Clayton, her word is believe, for her continued belief in my work. And as I round out my journey to where I am right now, Dr. Lisa Karsinski, her word is intentionality, and if you know her, she is certainly the model of this word. And lastly, I must acknowledge my husband, Brian Derry, who could not be here tonight. His word is support, as he knows that being an educator is everything to me. I thank you again for the opportunity to serve and support our schools, teachers, and students every day as if it's day one.
Okay, now we have some appointments for your action this evening. The first one is Giselle Lee to be our new staff attorney. Giselle Lee has held the following positions: paralegal purchasing assistant for the Osceola County School District, paralegal to the general counsel, administrative assistant to the superintendent for the Osceola School District, law clerk paralegal for Quinteros, Prieto, Wood, and Boyer, certified legal intern for the Osceola School District, and supervisor of legal services for the Osceola School District. She earned her bachelor's degree in political science from the University of Central Florida and her Juris Doctor degree from Florida A&M College of Law.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Castillo, second by Ms. Garcia. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
That's messed up.
Thank you. Good evening, Board, Dr. Shanoff, and all in attendance today. I stand before you today filled with immense gratitude, humility, and joy as I accept the appointment as staff attorney for the School District of Osceola County. This accomplishment is not mine alone. First and foremost, I give thanks to God. It is by His grace that I stand here before you today. To the school board members, Dr. Shanoff and Ms. Corin, thank you for recognizing my abilities and talents and for entrusting me with this incredible opportunity and responsibility. I look forward to working collaboratively as we continue to build a school district that puts students first, upholds the highest standards, and supports every member of our community. To Frank, Dr. Pace, and Sarah Graber, I extend my heartfelt appreciation for your guidance, support, and wisdom throughout my journey. To my husband, your love, support, and steady belief in me have carried me through long nights and moments of doubt. You are my anchor. To my beautiful daughter, you are my light and motivation. I hope that by watching me walk this path, you know that there is no dream too big or no mountain too high. To my mom, my dad in heaven, siblings, family, and friends, thank you for your sacrifices. Thank you for the prayers you've offered and the unwavering encouragement you've shown me through every step of the way. Tonight is more than a professional milestone for me. It's a testament of what it means to have faith when faith meets hard work, when a dream refuses to be silenced, and when you have a community that uplifts you. To anyone who has ever had a dream that seemed too far beyond reach, know this: you are capable. Even when the road is long, when doors close, and when your vision feels too bold, hold on. Keep working, keep believing, keep walking forward. Every step matters, and one day you'll look up and realize you are standing exactly where you are meant to be. Thank you.
Our next appointment is Mr. Michael Melvin to be the new principal of Kissimmee Middle. Mr. Melvin has held the following positions: International ESOL teacher at Alpha Language School in Japan, teacher and literacy coach at Discovery Intermediate, ELA resource teacher, project manager of Osceola testing platforms for SDOC Middle School Curriculum and Instruction, dean at Narcoossee Middle, and assistant principal of instruction at Kissimmee Middle. He received a bachelor's degree in English from the University of Central Florida and a master's degree in educational leadership from American College of Education.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Castillo, second by Ms. Bronson. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations, Principal.
Dr. Shanoff, members of the board, members of the district leadership team, There are no words to express the gratitude I have and the trust that you've placed in me. I know the significant importance of this job. The students and staff of Kissimmee Middle School mean the world to me. As I stand here after 19 years in Osceola County, I think of those leaders that saw something in me to bring me here even before I noticed it in myself. I'm going to mention a few. I hope I don't leave any out. I'm sure I will. Mr. Larry Meadows, Dr. Allen, Susan Petrick, Frank Telemko, Gary Whedon, Dr. Rolando, Dr. Henninger, Mr. Santiago, and above all of them, the person who really saw the potential in me, Ms. Machado. There's no way I would be here without you. Any of you, thank you. I would like to also thank my family for their undying support, my wife Jamie, my two children Vincent and Eleanor, who don't like attention, so and also the Jaguar family who took their time out today to come here and support me. Mr. Western, Ms. Diaz, Ms. Nieves, Mr. Seipolt. I can't wait to get to work tomorrow. Thank you all so much. This is the greatest honor of my career, and I look forward to continuing everything we've done over the past few years at Kissimmee Middle. Thank you.
Our next appointment is Michelle Quinn to be the new assistant principal at Neptune Middle. Michelle Quinn has held the following positions: teacher for Orange County Public Schools, teacher for the Osceola County School District, chief executive officer, principal at St. Cloud Prep, principal at Creative Inspiration Journey School, and dean MTSS testing coordinator, all three, at Neptune Middle. You really did earn this. She received a bachelor's degree in elementary education from the University of Central Florida, a master's degree in educational leadership and administration from Grand Canyon University, and she's working on a doctorate degree in leadership of innovation and continuous improvement at Concordia University, Wisconsin.
Motion to.
Motion by Ms. Garcia,
Second.
second by Ms. Castillo. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
I was worried that the podium was not going to be fun size, but it is. So first and foremost, I am so excited to be here. Thank you to the board, to Dr. Shanoff, to Dr. Henninger, and the district leadership. I appreciate your support, your giving me this opportunity to be here tonight and to serve not only Neptune Middle School, but also to serve Osceola community as a whole. I would like to thank Mr. Rademacher, who, if you may or may not know this, but when I was going through grad school, he was my mentor administrator at St. Cloud Middle. And so it's even more special because we've kind of come full circle, and now I get to work with him at an administrative capacity under his leadership, and I'm very excited. In addition, Ms. Belcher, who hasn't been at Neptune long, she's been there about a year and a half, but the knowledge and model of what a true leader is, she personifies. And then my colleague, Matt Pelk, who is also here, we were deans together, and he just was a great support. You know, when you're in those nitty-gritty days, especially being a dean, someone that we could really lean on each other and support each other and always have each other's back. So I appreciate you being here. I have been praying for God to put me where I needed to be. And it's been a long journey, and it's been a very eventful journey, but I know that I'm supposed to be part of the Neptune family and to grow the Neptune family. I would also like to thank for their undying support, late nights going through grad school with twin toddlers and my oldest son as well. I would like to thank my husband and my 3 boys. Well, they're men now, but they're always going to be my babies. And my mom and dad as well, who have just always been supportive, always pushed me, always gave me those challenges growing up to push me to be a better version of myself. So I look forward to starting at promptly 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and go Seahawks.
Our next appointment is Emily Blackmore to be the new assistant principal at Central Avenue Elementary. Emily Blackmore has held the following positions: teacher, school interventionist, and MTSS coach for Orange County Public Schools, and assistant principal at Domerick Elementary School in Orange County. She received a bachelor's degree in elementary education from Ave Maria University and a master's degree in educational leadership from American College of Education. She is also a 2014 graduate of SDOC, and that was very difficult for us old folks up here to hear, so congrats. Emily? You guys want to, yeah.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Cook.
Second.
Second by Ms. Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye, aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Good evening. Thank you, school board members, Superintendent Dr. Shanoff, Dr. Clayton, Dr. Allen, and staff for this incredible opportunity to proudly serve as the assistant principal at Central Avenue Elementary. I want to express my heartfelt thanks to Mrs. DeWright and Allison Doe for taking the leap of faith in me. I truly believe that together we will continue to change the lives of all of our students in our community. To my former colleagues and mentors at Laureate Park Elementary and Domerick Elementary School, thank you for helping shape me into the administrator that I am today. And finally, thank you to God, my parents, and family for their love, encouragement, and belief in my ability to make a difference in the lives of students and fellow educators. I look forward to serving the school district of Osceola County and community that helped shape me into the person I am today. Thank you.
Our next appointment is Dr. Kiwana Carpenter to be the new assistant principal at Gateway High School. Dr. Carpenter has held the following positions: teacher at Dr. W.A. Chapman Elementary and Redland Middle for Miami-Dade County Schools, instructional math coach at Redland Middle, Miami-Carroll City Senior High, and Leisure City K-8, and assistant principal at Winter Springs High School. She earned a bachelor's degree in varying exceptionalities, a master's degree in secondary math, and a doctorate degree in educational leadership from Nova Southeastern University.
Go ahead.
So I move.
Go ahead.
Motion to approve.
I second.
Motion by Ms. Garcia, second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Good evening. To Superintendent Dr. Shanoff, school board members, cabinet members, executive directors, thank you. Thank you for providing me with the opportunity to work for and with all stakeholders in the District of Osceola County. To Mr. Gilbert and his interview team, thank you so much for one of the smoothest processes that I've experienced in an interview. To Mr. Long and my new team. I'm really looking forward, and I am ready to put my boots on the ground as we strive to become a back-to-back A school. Lastly, to my daughters, they're always a whisper away with kind words of encouragement, support, and love. Once again, to all stakeholders within this board meeting, I thank you, and I, with all honor and respect, in a humble way, accept the nomination and the offer to become an assistant principal at one of the greatest schools now, Gateway High School.
With that, we are adjourning our meeting for the moment to open it up for our public hearing for the 2025-2026 rulemaking cycle A.
Good evening, board members. At tonight's public hearing, I will read through the second reading of the changes for the school board rules, including the Code of Student Conduct and Student Progression Plan. I'll pause at the end so that we can provide an opportunity for public comment, as it is a public hearing, and then after that, request your action on these changes. Thank you for your indulgence. The first change is Rule 3.40, Safe and Secure Schools. It implements revisions to State Board Rule 6A-1.0018. Rule 3.68, Background Screening for Contractors, implements new requirements within Section 435.12 Florida statutes. Rule 6.17, Appointment or Employment Requirements, implements new requirements within Section 435.12 Florida statutes. Rule 6.32, Telephone Calls, Electronic Communications, and Facsimiles, renames the rule to Electronic Communications Devices and Platforms, adds the section Digital Communication Online Platforms to authorize the use of approved platforms only, for example, Parent Square. Rule 6.502, Approval of Leaves, adds requirement that employees use available sick leave and vacation leave during a leave of absence, limits authority to grant unpaid leave to Risk Management for Family Medical Leave Act leave, and Human Resources for approved leaves of absence. Rule 6.551, Pallbearer Bereavement Leave, expands the terms and conditions of the Pallbearer Bereavement Leave to align with the tentative agreements for collective bargaining agreements that were recently signed. Rule 6.913, Sick Leave Donation, expands the terms and conditions of the Compassionate Sick Leave Program to align with the tentative agreements for collective bargaining agreements that were also recently signed. Rule 7.70, Procurement and Contracting, is a strike-all amendment that rewrites the entire rule, retitles the rule to Procurement and Contracting, reorganizes the rule into 5 sections: General, Procurement Methods, Contracts, Approval and Signature Authority, Authority to debar or suspend, renames the School District Department from Purchasing to Procurement Services, redefines the no contact rule to cone of silence to align with industry standards, increases the protest bond requirements to align with state law, discourage frivolous protests, and provide more detailed procedures for navigating protests. It increases the quote threshold to $10,000 to align with the federal micro-purchase threshold, simplifies and increases the approval and signature thresholds, and adds more detailed procedures for the debarment or suspension of vendors. Rule 8.44, School Food Service Funds, renames the rule to School Food Service Funds and Procurement, implements requirements within new federal regulations regarding micro-purchases and assurances for school breakfast lunch program applications. The next section of changes that I will read refer to the Code of Student Conduct. It revises the policy document to comply with recent changes in state law and to provide consistency with school district precedent and current practice. On page II, it revises the title page to reflect the new school year, updates the revision date on the title page to reflect the effective date. On page 19, it revises participation in extracurricular and co-curricular activities to align with requirements in state law. Page 24 revises cell phone policy for students to align with requirements in state law. Page 29 revises trafficking to align with requirements in state law. Page 30 revises out-of-school suspension to clarify that students shall be permitted to make up work missed for full credit. Page 31 revises court orders and felony suspension expulsion to align with requirements in state law. Page 33 revises required reentry success plan meetings for parent accountability to clarify when these meetings are to be held. Page 43 revises Section 4 Discipline Response Code for secondary to clarify that in-school or out-of-school suspension is not a permitted consequence for any Level 1 offense. Page 44 revises the same section to clarify that a Level 2 electronic device violation may include audio and video recording. Page 45 revises Section 4 Discipline Response Code for secondary to clarify that out-of-school suspension is not permitted, is not a permitted consequence for any Level 2 offense. Page 73 revises Section 5 Discipline Response Code for elementary to clarify that for Level 4 offense, ALC, alcohol, participation in the AWARE program may be in lieu of expulsion. Page 73 also revises the same section to add hate speech to the definition of that for Level 4 offense, BUL, bullying. Page 75 revises Section 5, same section, to clarify that for Level 4 offense DRU, drug use, possession, alcohol offenses are coded separately, and participation in the AWARE program may be in lieu of expulsion. Page 82 revises suspension to clarify that students shall be permitted to make up work missed for full credit. Page 83 revises suspension exceptional student education to clarify the conditions for suspensions of ESE students. Page 83, suspension section 504 is revised to clarify the conditions for suspensions of section 504 students. Page 83, section suspension for off-campus felony is revised to clarify the conditions for suspensions of students in these circumstances. And the appendix, which is new, adds information about the AWARE and JUMP programs, the pre-expulsion conference notes form, the health room report form, and the substance abuse checklist. The next series of changes deal with the student progression plan, which also revises this policy document to comply with recent changes in state law and to provide consistency with school district precedent and current practice. Page 1 revises the title page to reflect the new school year and updates the revision date on the title page to reflect the effective date. Page 3 revises contributors page to include new school board members. Page 17 revises residency requirements to clarify the requirements for verification of residency form. Page 21 revises transfer students to clarify the requirements for the temporary educational guardianship for student form. Page 22 revises transfer students to clarify school responsibilities related to Section 504 students who transfer to the school district. Page 24 revises attendance guidelines to add electronic communication to records required for reporting procedures. Page 25 revises student absences to set consistent minimum standards for the time that students shall receive to complete makeup work for credit, including students who receive in-school or out-of-school suspensions. Page 27 revises student absences to clarify that per Section 1006.09 Florida statutes, no student shall be suspended for unexcused absences, lateness, tardies, or truancy. Page 30 revises student withdrawals to clarify the criteria for withdrawing students for specific purposes. Page 46 revises middle school acceleration for high school credit to delete obsolete end-of-course assessment requirement to receive high school credit for Algebra 1. Page 51 revises the multi-tiered systems of supports and problem solving to delete occurrences of the obsolete term response to intervention and to distinguish interventions for academic and behavioral student needs. Page 53 revises the Advanced Placement Program to add the AP Capstone Diploma and AP Seminar and Research Certificate options. Page 59 revises dual enrollment to update TICO to OTEC and add Barry University as one of those participating post-secondary institutions in dual enrollment. Page 60 deletes credit from correspondence. Page 65 revises attendance for promotion and/or credit grades 6 through 12 to clarify the definition of one full course credit. Page 67 revises grading of makeup work to set consistent minimum standards for the time that students shall receive to complete makeup work for credit, including students who receive in or out of school suspensions. Page 69 revises high school general requirements for grade level classification to place students in accordance with their grade 9 cohort and deletes obsolete language. Page 70 deletes high school general requirements, alternative education programs for clarity. Pages 85 through 119 revise graduation requirements to update and align the school district's policy language with recent related state law, for example, required course credits and required state assessments. Page 121 revises general rules of marking or awarding credits and credit to clarify the minimum enrollment time required in order to receive full semester credit. At this time, I'll pause for board member questions and then the opportunity for public comment.
Ms. Castillo has a question.
Thank you, Madam Chair. John, or Mr. Boyd, I'm sorry. I would like to have some clarification regarding the revision on page 25. Could you clarify the reason for the revision and what are the minimum requirements for students to receive makeup work?
Certainly. In the document, there was internal inconsistency with the phrase that sets the time to be equal to twice the number of days the students have excused absences. And we wanted it to be consistent in all places and also consistent with the changes in the Code of Student Conduct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I believe we have no public comment. I don't have any in front of me unless there's someone in the audience that did not turn in one. With that, public comment is closed. We have to vote on this item? So.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a motion, and a second.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to approve the revisions to our policies as submitted.
I have a motion by Ms. Castillo, a second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Board.
Boyd,
Thank
for
you,
all of your
Superintendent.
work.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
With that, we are reconvening our regularly scheduled meeting. Agenda modifications. Dr. Shanoff, do you have any?
No changes.
Ms. Garcia?
No questions. No changes.
Mr. Cook?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Castillo?
No modifications, ma'am.
Ms. Bronson?
No changes.
With that, do I have a motion to approve the current agenda?
So
I have a motion by Ms. Garcia, a second by Ms. Bronson. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. With that, we are on to 13.01, approval of out-of-state travel.
Motion to approve.
I second that.
I have a motion by Ms. Castillo, a second by Mr. Cook. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. We are now open for public comment. Ms. Lori Massey.
This is a little intimidating with
Trust me, it is a little intimidating up here as well.
So I am Lori Massey, and I am at 906 Michigan Avenue, St. Cloud, and I do want to say good evening to all of you. I do realize I've never served on the school board, at least so far in my career, maybe later on. But I am here tonight to be the voice of teachers in my coworker family. I'd like to address the recent change in our school buildings with regards to the tech professionals. I'm sure I am speaking for most teachers when I say we would have appreciated being included before this decision was made to lower the amount of tech assistants. With the amount of registered students, we would have actually suggested our tech person be given an assistant or two, instead of making them serve 3 schools only a couple days a week. We are also concerned because the district does expect our students to participate in some of the computer programs that you have purchased for us to do so, like Amira and Dreambox and things like that. And definitely clarify that for me, because our school building does put on us to have a little competition, whether it be by teacher versus teacher or school versus school on that. So our building specifically, I've been told that we will have a tech 2 days a week and then a second tech another 2 days a week. So we are missing 1 day. And then in a week's rotation, we're only going to have maybe a tech 3 days a week. And I guess we're concerned with when a computer breaks, especially with knowing that we're going to do a lot more computer-based curriculum and testing and all that with our one-to-one kiddos. What's going to happen when our student's computer breaks and it needs to be fixed? What does the rest of the class do? Do we go on with the assignment and they sit there without their computer? Is it going to be suggested that they make it up another day? And then when they're making that up, then they are thus missing that day's teaching instruction. And so we're also a little concerned, besides our keeping up with the classroom agenda for our teaching, what are parents going to say? Why did my kid miss this? Now they're missing your teaching. And state testing is a whole nother concern for us on those computers breaking down. It's never going to be just one computer with those little glass screens breaking, or hinges and chargers and headphones not working right. It's also going to be our classroom phones, our projectors, the Elmos, the smart boards, the copiers in our school that our tech took care of very efficiently last year. The culture of our schools are going to be affected as well. I know our tech knew every student and every teacher by name, smiles in the hallways, everything that he did, whether it was the news that he participated in and promoted the kids to take care of. And he really did get those tech tickets turned around amazingly well. But now we're going to have 2 different techs going to be with us just a couple days, and I wonder how they're going to build that rapport with our students with their in and out. And but they're going to be a part of 3 schools to have to give their personal in building that, I guess, the school's culture. Honestly, I guess I just want to know if we're trying to be an A district, Dr. Shanoff, how is that going to bring us closer to it when our kids are going to suffer with broken computers and the tech tickets not getting answered right away? Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I address this now? I don't mind, because it may be good for everybody to hear the plan.
Sure.
Thank you.
Is that, can I
Yeah.
step down, or
Yeah,
you want to stare
by
at
all
me?
means, yeah, no.
Okay.
I
Thank you
appreciate
very
it, and
much
I
for
think
it. appreciate it.
I think it warrants a response. I
Okay,
really
great.
do. I think that you presented very, very eloquently and compelling. So a few things. Our techs are allocated based on the number of students in a particular school. So it's not based on buildings, it's based on FTE, it's based on caseload. So we actually need to reapportion based on caseload, and we use, this is actually one thing where we have quite a bit of data points. We have all of the tickets, because everything is supposed to be put on a ticket. What we cannot capture is we cannot capture when somebody gets pulled in when they're walking down the hallway, which is why we want the tickets there. The tickets are the things that actually generate the need. We have onboarded contractors to do most of our repairs that take place outside of that require anything more than a re-image or a reboot. I happen, only because I have been a CIO in a district, I'm familiar with having to go ahead and have techs work between schools. It can pose challenges. I know that the zone techs are in a position to cover when there are absences. So there is an opportunity where if somebody is absent, or let's just say that we have, an IDF room or an MDF go down, there is resources available to go out and take care of those things. Every school operates with a certain amount of overage. So if a swap needs to take place, then there will be people that can be cross-trained to at least swap out a device until that device can be seen the following day. So then a student doesn't necessarily have to suffer, right? So that is a big thing for us. We're going to be expanding our leasing program with the devices. So we're going to be turning over new devices that are coming with new cases, and the ones that we have actually leased already, we have had tremendous success with. The breakage rate is significantly lower. I think a lot of that has to do with the manufacturer recommending the case. And so when students are dropping them, we're not cracking screens. It's like the technology has gotten a lot better, which is good. I will offer you this. This is something that we will be revisiting often, okay? So we'll be looking at the data constantly. If we find that we are missing something, then we will absolutely address it. It cannot be something that continues to go along and just lag, right? I appreciate techs that have made the effort to become amazing parts of their schools. That's a difficult part of this. We are trying to find some efficiency where we can. So this is us trying to do our due diligence, yet maintain the quality of the technology, because it's all one pot of money, maintain the quality, and also obviously maintain the level of service. Again, if we fall short or we're missing things, our repairs are actually in our strategic plan. We have to meet that objective. So we've determined that piece is so important that it is a KPI for us. I want to make sure that, look, if things are falling behind, let me know. It is okay. You can send me an email. I will respond. I promise. The woman that is over your left shoulder will make sure that I respond. Right? Yeah. So we will definitely be watching that very, very closely. But for you to come here and actually speak to this means that it is something that is paramount, not just for you, but for everybody. I applaud you for coming and sharing that. Your advocacy for the best possible environment is amazing. And so I thank you for bringing it to the forefront. It'll make us work that much harder to make sure that it works. So thank you.
Next we have up, I apologize if I butcher your name, Aaron Ozirek.
It's fine. Everyone butchers my last name, so no worries about that. Good evening, everyone. Just want to echo the intimidating comment. It is a huge stage, but, so good evening. My name is Erin Ozurek, and I know that Dr. Shanoff has touched on this a little bit today, but I'm here to ask for some clarity and action, especially regarding the federal funding and the cuts that have been implemented. So as you all know, on July 1st, the federal government froze $6.8 billion in education funding. For Osceola, that could mean around $6.6 million disappeared overnight. Funds we count on for Title I programs, ESOL students, mental health services, and after-school programs. So Dr. Shanoff has said contingency plans are being discussed. For that, I'm incredibly grateful. And I want to thank the board in general for doing even more budgeting on top of everything that you already do to make sure that Osceola students can enter the school year prepared. But many of us in the community are still anxious, and we're hoping you can help answer some questions. What plans are in place to ensure students don't lose essential programs? How are families being informed about the situation? And what steps are being taken right now to protect our kids? As Dr. Shanoff said, this isn't about politics or sides or blame or anything. It's just about working together to help the people in our community thrive. That's why I'm asking the board to do two things. First, pass a resolution calling for the release of these federal funds. And second, host a public town hall before the school year starts so families and staff can understand what's happening and move forward together. I'm sure you guys have a lot more ideas, but I've brought some printed materials outlining our proposal, and I'm happy to hand those off to whoever would want that. I'm not sure if there's enough copies, but thank you so much for your time and for the work that you're doing over the summer to support our community. Just wanted to say that this community has your back in this issue, and we're looking forward to seeing, some action on this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. With that, we are on to our attorney's report.
I do not have a report this evening.
All right. With that, we are now on to board member committee reports.
No reports, Madam Chair?
No reports.
All right. Oh, you have a report? Thank you, Ms. Bronson. Yes.
The Osceola Council on Aging, I'm on that committee, and we did not meet this past month, but we do have a fundraiser that's taking place. It's the Osceola Council on Aging 6th Annual Jeep Raffle, and it's officially underway. There is a brand new 2026 Firecracker Red Jeep Wrangler Sport S, or if you win, you can have a choice between that or $25,000 cash up for grabs. And the grand prize will be picked on Christmas Eve, and it's a perfect chance to give back. The tickets are $25 if you get on their website. Right now until August 1st, you can get 12 tickets for $100, and this is a great cause. All the proceeds from this raffle support Meals on Wheels in Osceola County, and this is helping us deliver hot meals and holiday cheer to local seniors. And it's the Meals on Wheels. It's going to give money to that all year long, not just at Christmas. And you can get your tickets today if you log on to the Council of Aging. And it's the best holiday gift ever. You could win a Jeep, and you are helping the seniors that we serve. Also, the St. Cloud Chamber, I'm also there. And I attended a ribbon cutting with the St. Cloud Chamber for small businesses, and it's a powerful show of community support. It celebrates the courage of local entrepreneurs, strengthens local connections, and helps new businesses be seen and valued and welcomed. I attended the chamber event at Cakes, Pastries, and More on New York Avenue in St. Cloud. Laura Figueroa, she is an amazing pastry chef. She's available for all kinds of events. She's originally from Puerto Rico. She had a business degree and then went back to be a pastry chef. She's doing amazing work there. She has these beautiful little pastries that are Dubai chocolate. Lovely.
Oh,
and if you could stop there. No, I did not. I should have, but that's all.
I did forget one thing as the sitting member with the Education Foundation. The school supply drive is up, running, and available, so we want y'all to be involved with our Education Foundation as it relates to that. And that's all I have, just my one little bit, because I look at your glazed eyes right now. Got y'all.
With that, this meeting is adjourned.